To prepare for Survivor, I realized that so many of the puzzles are repeated, and I can use that to my advantage. And so I would 3D design and print them on my home 3D printer.
Dude really was about to go on Survivor and chose to practice a puzzle that had only appeared 3 times. It felt like some random YouTuber had made a video telling him what puzzles he should actually practice if he wants to win. Like the how to make fire in the Final 4 puzzle. We've all seen a Survivor challenge or two. Maybe even 1076 if you're a big enough Survivor fan. But who's counting? And there's one universal truth we can all agree on.
Puzzles in Survivor are the great equalizer.
So I embarked on a quest. I looked through every single puzzle in Survivor history to find the most common ones. I've watched contestants try to solve them, I've seen the common pitfalls, and I've figured out a lot of these are actually just differently shaped jigsaw puzzles. And I'm really quite bad at jigsaws. But hey, this may help you in deciding what you should actually practice before going on Survivor yourself. It may even make you a challenge beast in your own right. We may not have core strength, or balance, or the ability to see out of our left eye, but by God, we can do a slide puzzle. And not even Jeff can take that away from us.
Now! Dan now thinks he has it. Dan is wrong again.
Now real quick, you guys need to say it with me if you know the words. Shout out Survive R, linked in the description. They tag every challenge based on if it has a puzzle or not. Made my life way easier. I love this data set. As Jeff may say,
We will get it on. Let's go!
Top several most common Survivor puzzles you should practice if you plan on going on Survivor. Coming in at number several, we have Instant Insanity. This has appeared several times over the course of Survivor's history.
Several means 7.
And some people have claimed it's the hardest Survivor puzzle. Like this guy. But why? It seems simple, right? 4 cubes, stack them so there are no repeating colours on any side. What's the big deal? Well, my friends, do you like graph theory? If you run into this puzzle on Survivor and your first solution is to start drawing a directed graph in the sand, I think you need help. That seems like an impractical solution.
Wanna play with me?
Play with you? On the
Play
sand?
too? No.
A lot of my understanding comes from this YouTube video here, linked in the description. You can draw a directed graph where each vertex is a colour and each edge denotes what colour is opposite of it. This means that instead of thinking of a cube as 6 separate sides, we think of the cube as 3 sets of piers. You draw this graph for each cube and then project them on top of each other. Then select 2 subgraphs for front and back and left and right. That meets the conditions of having no common edges, containing all 4 vertices, containing 1 edge from each cube, and are selected so each vertex has 1 edge in and 1 edge out. Got it? So, how the heck am I going to do this on Survivor? It's not even a breadth first search.
I call it a breadth first search. It's something we do in robotics and algorithms all the time.
Let's see what actual Survivor contestants have done in the past to solve this one. Okay, so they seem to try and get one side to have different colours. Okay, I'm following so far. And then they try to do it 4 times. Okay. There's a reason this puzzle is called Instant Insanity. All you can do in a situation like this is keep trying until someone gets it right.
2 reds, no! Green, red, blue, green, no! 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 You have repeating red!
This is made even harder by the fact that sometimes these cubes are massive. You sure you want to be doing trial and error while at risk of being crushed by a large block? You should definitely practice before going out there though. 7 out of 46, 15% chance you'll see this puzzle yourself. We can always just ask Laura M though, right?
Put the one with 3 yellows on the bottom.
Laura clearly helping Tina, not hiding it.
Up next we have what I call Big Cube, which has also appeared several times.
Which means 7.
Survivor really loves cubes. A common pitfall for this challenge is not being the caller when you need to receive these pieces.
Okay? God! Drop it!
Ow! Ow! Ow!
You could not pay me enough to be put in that position.
Watch out!
What's unique here though is that the entire team has to work together to solve. Except that one time it was a Redemption Island duel. You can't have teams in an individual challenge, that would be ridiculous. Jeff would immediately stop someone from providing assistance in an individual challenge, right?
3 reds.
Aside from that, it is essentially just a jigsaw, except you have 5 sides you need to worry about instead of just 1. It's possible there are numerous ways to fit the pieces together to form a flat cube without forming the correct solution, so make sure you're paying close attention to the emblem on the sides when solving. And make sure you actually work together. Shapira blew their lead here, Heroes blew their lead here, Lulu blew their lead here. You know what all of these tribes had in common? They all hated each other. They absolutely sucked at working together. Communication is key here. You can't see all the sides by yourself. So slow down, breathe, and listen when Tom Westman tells you to do something. We'll all be better for it.
How about this right there?
No.
At number 5 we have the planks puzzle, which has appeared 8 times. This is a flat puzzle where all the pieces are the same size and shape. You just need to put them in the right order. They do sometimes try to switch it up by cutting the long pieces in 2, but it doesn't change the puzzle dramatically. It also has a cousin that I call Long Stick Vertical, which has appeared 4 times. What's unique about this puzzle is the inability to rely on piece shape. Which one is an edge piece? Who knows? Who cares? All of them can go absolutely anywhere. Not like a regular jigsaw, where jamming random pieces together is generally frowned upon, and using scissors to make them fit gets you kicked out of the library. So the very first thing you need to do is figure out what you're actually solving. This can be trickier than expected. The bulk of what you're solving will be in the middle, and will hopefully be pretty trivial to figure out. A season logo, a phrase related to the season. But these edge pieces, usually the easiest part of a jigsaw, production goes out of their way to mess you up here.
No, that is not right!
Survivor really enjoys taking traditional jigsaw concepts and modifying them so that they no longer work. Speaking of, at number 4 we have one that I've dubbed the Misshaped Tile puzzle, appearing 13 times. It's like the 3rd jigsaw puzzle on the list, let's be honest. But it's the last jigsaw. Survivor really likes jigsaws. Everyone after this video go out and purchase a jigsaw to help you practice for Survivor. The pieces here are made up entirely of quadrilaterals and triangles. This can make this quite similar to the plank puzzle. You can't rely on finding an edge piece easily. It may be 2 triangles put together, may only have 1 flat edge and still belong in the corner. It may even just be a normal edge piece. Because all the pieces are so similar, this puzzle has the weird effect of being able to lose pieces very easily, and you may not realize until it's too late. Unless you want to completely choke a $1 million challenge like Chase here, make sure you haven't dropped any pieces. I don't know if I can bear to see it again.
I'm missing a piece.
In 3rd place we have a classic. It's the 6-digit combination lock, appearing 24 times. Now I will admit, I've personally never starved for 20 days on a deserted island while constantly paranoid that those I call my friends will one day stab me in the back and take away my one shot at $1 million. But there are only 6 permutations to try, the puzzle's not that difficult. Yet castaways often get flustered and seem to forget what combinations they have and haven't tried. If you're in a situation like Tyson or Kenzie where you have to calculate the numbers yourself, that's quite a lot of mental load. I can understand forgetting there. But if you have the tiles in front of you, there's a simple strategy you can use to keep track. Instead of trying to remember what you've done, put your tiles down and after you try a combination that doesn't work, physically rearrange the numbers in front of you before trying again. Start with 1, 2, 3, then 1, 3, 2, then 2, 3, 1. Keep going like that and you're almost guaranteed to not lose your place. Also make sure to cover your locks if they give you a sheet to do that with. Come on man, where's Tarzan when you need him?
Hey, quit looking at our puzzle! Cheater! Cheater! Don't you do that!
Fun fact, adding one more number takes it from 6 permutations to 24. Adding another takes it to 120. Adding another takes it to 720. I think it would be very funny to have the survivors doing a combination lock for 4.5 hours. At number 2 we have unscrambling tiles to form a phrase. This one is actually tied with combination lock, having 24 occurrences, but because this is often the finisher, I decided to move it up here. When Survivor 40 Several has a combination lock and no word puzzle, you can come and yell at me for having the wrong placements. This puzzle seems to get harder as time goes on. What happened to the good old days of Triumphant, Jolly Roger and Bounty? Instead, Survivor started to get a bit too cute for my liking. Family comes first in the Nicaraguan family visit, the sweet taste of victory when they were playing for donuts in Redemption Island. Then we get to blood versus water, where the solution was a phrase that Survivor fans hear in their sleep.
You are going to have to dig deep.
Was this the inception of Jeff saying you're gonna have to dig deep? Let me know in the comments below. Then they just went buck wild, reinventing the way this game is played. Not a participation trophy, a reward that will fix wishing. In the modern era, they seem to flip back and forth between Survivor phrases and just positive words. Exactly 66% of the phrases have been related to Survivor vernacular or the theme of the season. Listening to Jeff may actually be the best strategy here, instead of tuning him out like you'd normally try and do. He may even give you a hint.
What is it you are playing for?
He won't tell you if it's an M or a W though.
Is that a W or an E?
The remaining 8 have just been one always positive word. Nourishment, metamorphosis, perspective, subscribe. So practice your wordles, your quordles, your octordles. Make sure you listen to Jeff, and hopefully one day you will be invulnerable.
He's giving us hints.
One of those commercials. And if you order now, you get this, with this, and this.
Coming in at number 1, we have the slide puzzle. Yep, all of them. Combined, they've appeared 27 times, but you tell me if you feel these are all the same puzzle. You've got the 4x4 slide puzzle appearing 8 times, you've got the 4x3 appearing 5 times, you've got the world's easiest slide puzzle, the 3x3 appearing 4 times, you've got the knife release to battle your enemy slide puzzle appearing 4 times, you've got the same thing but releasing the much safer block to bludgeon your enemies with appearing twice, you've got releasing the piece to a following slide puzzle appearing twice, the mind-bending encompass a block slide puzzle that I do not understand how to solve appearing twice, and the very cool slide puzzle to create a ball maze that I'm genuinely upset has only appeared once. What the heck guys, this is the coolest puzzle ever. So if you're planning on being on Survivor, learn how to solve these. Don't be like Tony. They're pretty easy to learn as well. Now in theory, can you brute force your way through a slide puzzle? Based on what Tony showed in Cagayan? Nope. So please, learn how to do them, I'm begging you. Even Zeke does them on his phone.
I do it all the time on my phone.
So those are the top several puzzles on Psych. Surprise number 0 with the steel chair. You get to hear about balls. The most common puzzle, if you can call it that, is navigating the ball through a maze to stick it in a pocket, appearing 33 times over Survivor's 46 seasons. That's a 72% chance of this appearing in your season, so make sure you're ready. The most common being the suspension maze here, which has appeared 8 times. I've never fully understood how they control it. It seems they can not only lean, but also rotate the table itself. Is it as counterintuitive in real life as it appears on TV? Let me know if you've tried it before. This style is also extremely common, and all these mazes require a certain touch to get through. Otherwise you'll reset your progress immediately, and instant insanity will look like a joke. Here's my advice. Just take it slow. You don't want to be this guy.
Watch this, Jeff.
And drops while talking smack.
No matter how far behind you are, someone can always mess up and you can overtake them, just like in real life. But which puzzle from Survivor is your favourite? Let me know in the comments below. I've been Henry Hitman Survivor, and I'll see you in the puzzle aisle.